I thought my life was just beginning. It was a routine medical checkup before the wedding Mark and I had been planning, just a formality. Then the doctor said one word: glioma, a tumor in my left temporal lobe. Mark, my loving fiancé, at least that's what I thought. He said he was sorry, but this was something I had to deal with on my own. And he left. That day I lost everything, him and myself. I pulled over by the forest. Walking felt easier than thinking, so I just kept moving between the trees until I couldn't go any farther. That's when I heard footsteps. I looked up. An old woman was standing there. "Come with me," she said. "You need some tea." That's how I met Martha. She poured me some tea, sat down across from me, and said, "I can see you have big problems, but it's not as bad as you think." I just smirked. How could it possibly get worse? Martha smiled, like she understood. "You don't believe me? That's a mistake. I know what will help you. Something that will change your life." She brought a small basket. Something inside was moving. I even laughed. "Seriously? A kitten? Now? When I'm dying?" Martha just smiled. "Take a look. You've got nothing left to lose." I leaned over the basket, and suddenly something licked my nose. I sneezed, and the little creature sneezed back. I told her that all of this was very sweet, but I didn't even know where I was supposed to go or how I was supposed to live now. I had nothing left. Martha just smiled. She said that as long as I still had my hands and my heart, the rest would come. I remember thinking I must be losing my mind, but the warm little ball of fur in my hands was very real. I woke up in my car the next morning. Eevee was right beside me. I tried the ignition, and suddenly the engine started. A couple of hours later, I reached a small town. I found a cheap cabin by the lake. I had enough money for maybe a week. No plan, no future, but we had a home. And for now, that was enough. The first few days, I tried to fix the house. Eevee, it seemed, was trying to help, just in her own way. Somehow, she managed to turn everything into chaos, and somehow, I just didn't have time to think about how dark everything felt. It turned out Eevee had a lot of energy. She chewed my slippers, dug up the flower beds, pulled the blanket off the bed in the middle of the night. Sometimes it felt like she wasn't changing my life, she was wrecking it. But then she would run over, press her nose into my cheek, and somehow I couldn't stay mad. One morning, Eevee decided she could catch a butterfly. She looked very confident. It ended in complete failure. I just laughed and filmed it on my phone. That evening, I uploaded the video, just for fun. The next morning, I woke up to endless notifications. 200,000 views. I just stared at the screen. What the? At first, I thought it was just luck. One funny video. But people kept writing. Some laughed. Some said it made their day a little better. I read the comments and couldn't believe it. This tiny, fluffy disaster was somehow making people a little happier. So I filmed another video, and then another, and another. And suddenly, we had a channel, and people kept coming back. Little by little, life started to settle down. I still remembered the diagnosis, but the thought of it somehow moved to the background. I was just living. And then, one morning, Eevee decided to change everything again. I took the puppies to the nearest vet clinic. Honestly, I wasn't even sure we had made it in time. The vet there was Jake. He examined them and said quietly we had barely made it. I told him Eevee had found them. He looked at her for a long moment. Then he said he'd seen our videos. That was a little embarrassing. I told him I had no idea what I was doing. He just smiled. It's okay. We'll teach you. And that was how a new chapter of my life began. At first, there were 3 of them, then more. Eevee, I still don't know where she was finding them. First, a tiny kitten, then another puppy, one day, even a little baby rabbit.
Hi everyone!
The number
Welcome
of
back to the
subscribers
channel.
kept
As
growing.
you can see, we
People
have
wrote
some
from
new
all
friends
over the
here by
world.
lake today.
They sympathized, they offered help. Some sent pet food, some transferred money. Some asked to adopt the animals and give them a home. Sometimes they asked about Eevee too. They wanted to take her. They offered big money. But that was never even a question. Little by little, our yard turned into a small shelter. Kennels appeared, bowls, pet carriers. And Jake was around more and more often. And one day I realized everything that came before felt dull and meaningless. And even if I was meant to die soon, I would spend whatever time I had left doing something that mattered. The hospital called me. They told me to come immediately, and on the way there, I was preparing for the worst.